y'all, just real quick, I'm taking my evening walk, and something really scary happened today. And I have the video of it. I haven't had a chance to upload it because that was a video I actually had to edit and cut pieces out of because it was a whole bunch of me doing nothing. But okay, I'm gonna tell y'all I don't even know where to start. I'm gonna work into it because I get chills just thinking about it now. But about a week ago, I was by myself, or so it seemed. The other girl, the old person that was there, was in her room, I guess. And I walked past the television on my way to the kitchen, like I normally do. Just walk past. I don't watch TV. At that point in time, I never even came out because, like I said, the environment was just bad. So I walked past the TV. The TV turned on by itself. Lie to you not. The TV turned on. The house was absolutely silent. I walked past to go to the kitchen. The TV turned on. And at first, I didn't think anything of it. I think I vlogged about it. I didn't think anything of it. I walked past, the TV turned on. And I was like, okay, maybe one of the cats, because at this time there was 3 cats, one of the cats maybe hit the remote control by mistake. But the cats were nowhere near the remote control. And when I went back into the living room, I was like, that's odd. And so I just, just nicely turned the TV off and went on about my business. Didn't think anything of it, because what can you do? It didn't seem scary. It was odd. It was weird. But there's different vibes. It wasn't a scary, bad vibe. So today, I decided I was going to try to work out. I wasn't going to press myself, force myself to do the job thing, because tomorrow, truth be told, I could probably call somewhere and get something, hopefully, pretty quick. So, but I did do my applications and all that stuff the past couple days. I only put in 4. But they were thorough and they were good. Now, so I decided I was going to try to work out in the house, but then because the living area was cleared out, and so, I had told him that I wanted to dance or whatever, so the mirror was good. But then I was like, okay, this is not good because I have to be considerate because there's other people there too. They may not want to hear my music. Then on top of that, I'm sweating and I don't want to make the place funky. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, fine. Let me go outside. And actually, it was because even though it was cool, after the first few movements, I could feel that it was getting hot. You know what I'm saying? Like fast. So I was like, well, let me go outside. So I went out in the back, okay? And again, I'm getting all these different interruptions, like the mosquito pestilence, mosquitoes biting me. I'm fat, so my clothes rolling down off of me because my tights are actually too tight. Like, not really too tight, but they're too small, like my belly is rolling down, y'all will see on the video when I upload it. And so I didn't think nothing of it, so just little stuff like that. Then, the cardio workouts outside seemed to be going a little better. Didn't even really get a chance to start, but the mosquitoes started biting me real bad, but I just kept it going. Then, after that, like I said, my clothes was rolling off of me, but I was like, okay, whatever. My purpose is to get a workout, and the goal is that by the time I'm finished all of this, that my clothes will not be rolling. Hopefully, if I get a real good workout, by the time I'm finished with the workout, they will not be rolling because the tummy would have slimmed down. The tummy is weird now because it never, usually it's proportionate, but now it's just like, that's the apple. I'm like, what the heck? So I can get rid of it. It's no problem. But, I just got to work out. That's all. So that's what I was trying to do, and it doesn't take a whole lot of working out, even though you might not believe it, but it doesn't. It really doesn't take a lot of working out to get it back. But not for me anyway. So what ends up happening is, oh boy. So then the mosquitoes start attacking me. My clothes started rolling off. Then they kept, when I started getting into the workout, okay, this is going to be good. I'm going to do a whole hour or an hour and a half of this and cool down with some crunches. Boy, oh boy. So then the commercials kept popping up about, what was the commercial that popped up? About something about men, and I'm just like, but it was advertising some kind of feminine product, female toiletry, beauty product or whatever, with shower product. And then they had men, something about men, And I was like, I don't want to hear that, you know. So, but this is the second time that I've seen this commercial. I seen it when it first came on, and then not even 5 or 6 minutes, 7 minutes into the workout, they're showing this commercial again. So you can't even really get a good workout. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna wait for the commercial to end. Then the commercial ends. Then all of a sudden the connection is slow. Like I can't even, like the connection just stopped on me. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and edit the three videos that I did because they needed editing. I don't like to edit, but they needed editing because a lot of it was just me. I'm walking past, I call it the gauntlet, where there's a bunch of men standing out with nothing to do. And so when you walk through the gauntlet, it's like, hey, shot it. So anyhow, and I don't know, they want attention. So let me show you. And they're just standing there. So I'm assuming they're selling drugs or, I don't know. And I was watching this movie called Shelter. And what it looks like is, you know how they have like the, and I did that because the guy said something about get out the street. but the homeless, you know, but I don't think there's really homeless right here. But there's like, well, it's different forms of homelessness. Like, you know, maybe similar to my quote-unquote form of homelessness, where you have people that are in rooms or temporary or you know, that type of thing. So that's probably what it is. But I'm like, if you have a box to stay in, but I don't know, because the conditions are different. As y'all know, y'all seen my journeys. And, you know, and I was going to say, if you have a box to stay in, I would stay in it. But, you know, it's just, y'all seen my journey, so I know. And like I said, when people don't know and don't experience things, they say stupid stuff, just like I just said something really stupid. So I'm sorry about that. No offense to anybody that's going through the journey, because, you know, that's the journey, and that's what it's going to be, you know, different variations of that until you're able to break free. But the first thing is to change your mindset, and that's why, let me get back to the video and I'll start talking about that in a minute. But so then the connection died altogether. And then the next thing that I did was, so I went back to edit it, you know, to cut out all the parts of me like walking back and forth and, you know, doing nothing, or just when there's nothing there because I went to the bathroom and stuff like that. And when I started editing, it was scared me. It's like at the time 4:10 to 4:15, all of a sudden, out of the blue, you hear this growl. And it was creepy, okay? It scared the bejeepers out of me. And I was like, what the heck? Because what was scary about it is that when I was exercising, there was nothing there. You know, I didn't hear that sound, because had I heard it while I was exercising, I would have, you know, you would have seen me act scared, because I have a reflex reaction to fear. I will at least scream. But no, I was just keeping on going on. The only thing that made me stop what I was doing was, you know, the fact that the connection slowed down to the point where it just stopped altogether. And so yeah, so that's kind of what the situation was. But it was a growl, and it was so scary. Y'all got to hear it. And then when the owner came back, because I had asked him for some information, he came back and he knocked on my door. And when he knocked, I screamed because I was scared. I was there by myself. You know, the other girl was there, but she was, you know, closed up in her room or whatever. And it scared me. I screamed. And I was not saying anything else until I heard, like, what that person had to say. Until I heard, that creeps me out too. You know, that person might have just forgot something, but somebody to ride up on a bike and then like do a U-turn around you and be like looking at your face. Maybe they forgot something. But yeah, I don't like that. So the next time I'm gonna turn the camera on and be like, hello, just in case, because I was scary about stuff like that. But anyhow, so, you know, I wasn't gonna, I screamed out of reflex, It probably scared him too, like what the hell, you know? And then so I waited because I wasn't saying anything until somebody identified themselves, you know, let me know who was there. And he was just like, you know, I have whatever information you wanted. I was like, okay. So I opened the door and I told him, I said, hey, you know, I was out earlier today. I was editing my video and there was a growling. I was out there and nobody was back there, whatever. And, you know, and I'm going to tell you this. If you lived on the earth, and he's been on the earth probably 70-something years, but if you've been on the earth a lot, but he looks very healthy. But if you've been on the earth for that long, you say you never experienced anything weird, you're lying. And so, but, you know, so I showed him the video and the little clip with the growl, and he was just like, I don't know what that is. You know, straight up, I don't know what that is. And, you know, I reminded him of, you know, like just like a week or so ago, you know, about the TV that turned on, and he was like, he immediately jumped in and was like, oh, that's nothing. That used to happen all the time in New York or whatever. That he says, I have some infrared stuff that may interfere with the television. And he said it so, you know how people have a way of saying things where they say it in a way that tells you that's the end of the conversation? That's the way he said it. But then, of course, my curiosity gets to me, you know, and I'm being nosy, and I have to ask. So I waited a minute, went back in the room, and, you know, I heard the other girl come out and was talking to him. And so I was like, okay, let me see if I can kind of slide that in. So I came out and I was like, just out of curiosity, what you said you had some infrared items or whatever that interfered with the television. I asked him, so what type of infrared items did you have? And, you know, basically he didn't have any. You know, he was just like, well, it used to happen all the time in New York. It used to happen all the time in New York. But what is it that's interfering? Because nothing was on in the house. And if nothing's on in the house and you have something infrared, what other things do you have? You know, he was like, well, it happened all the time in New York. What do you want me to say, that it's a ghost? And I was like, no, I just wanted to know because you mentioned that you had other infrared things that might interfere with it. What did you have? He doesn't have anything. I mean, and I go to, because he has, and I'm, you know, I don't be looking around or nothing like that, but I have permission to use something that's in his room. So it's like, you know, I've been in there. I never really looked or paid attention, but there was nothing, you know what I'm saying, you know, nothing that stood out to me that would have caught my eye and been like, what is that? There's nothing. So I just thought it was the weirdest thing. I think he's just blowing off because whatever it is with the TV, I guess it's not really a scary thing or a bad thing, but that whatever that was in the backyard, that was scary. And the weird thing about it was like, I don't know, it was weird. It was nothing there, and the backyard is gated off, so it's not like some animal could have like crept up on me or something. The backyard is gated off, so it's the weirdest thing. But anyhow, so yeah, let me know what you think. I'm gonna upload the video when I finish my walk. Gotta listen to my music at jam right now.